So a few months ago on this channel, I published a video where I broke down the steps that you need to know as a beginner if you're thinking about selling on Amazon using Alibaba. And that video did quite well and I got a lot of good feedback from it. But off the back of that video, I also got a lot of questions. So I thought, you know what? Today, let me go through around 4 or 5 of the most important things that you need to know if you're thinking about building an Amazon business and you're also considering to use Alibaba when it comes to finding a supplier based in China. So as always, I don't want to waste any more time and I want to get right into it. So if you enjoyed this video at any point, don't forget to press the like button. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know when a new video has been released. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. All right, so first things first, for those of you that are completely new to this entire concept of this online business model, let me just quickly explain what Alibaba is, how does it work, and how can you make money from it. Now, Alibaba is simply a directory, an online website that you can sign up to for you to find suppliers all around the world. Most people have the misconception that you can only find suppliers that are based in China. Whether you're looking for a supplier that's based in Europe, India, Africa, England, America, there's various different suppliers that you're going to be able to find on this platform. But I do have to clarify that because Alibaba is a Chinese-based company, majority of the suppliers that are on there are going to be based in China. And when it comes to using Alibaba.com, you don't necessarily need to use it specifically just for an Amazon business. It's a place for you to find suppliers that are going to be able to source you with products in bulk. So you're going to get them at a discounted price and you can sell them wherever you want. If you want to sell them on eBay, if you want to sell them on Shopify, Etsy, wherever you decide to sell the products that you find on Alibaba.com, that's going to be your choice. But of course, this video is for those of you that are thinking about selling on Amazon. And because of that, you do have to use Alibaba in a specific way. So I'm going to be explaining the key things that you need to know as we move forward throughout this video. But this now brings me on to one of the next things that I want to talk about, which is the sign up stage. Now, one of the most common questions that I get from beginners like yourself is, Sam, do I need an official registered business in my home country for me to get accepted for an Alibaba account? And the answer to that is no. You can be an individual, you can be self-employed, and you can still sign up and get accepted for an Alibaba account. So you shouldn't let the fact that you don't have a active business or registered business at this moment stop you from opening up your account. But all you simply need to do is head over to Alibaba.com just like this. Now the homepage may look a little bit different depending on when you're watching this video because they change it all the time. But once you're on a page that looks similar to this, you're going to come over to this option over here where it says sign up. And once you get to this stage over here, you just need to make sure that you select the correct country for wherever your ID is registered. And you also need to make sure that you insert your real name and a valid telephone number. And of course, when it comes to this section over here, you're just going to put that you're a buyer. Now, from my own experience, I don't believe that Alibaba is going to ask you for any form of ID verification or anything like that. But in case they do, again, just make sure that you put the correct information. But once you finish with the sign up process and you've created your account, it's then going to take you to a page that looks similar to this. Now, on this page, I just want to point out a couple things just so that you understand the layout of Alibaba and you can understand how to navigate it as a beginner. Now, on this page, they're going to break down various different categories for different product groups. So, for example, as you can see here, they've got top ranking for a lot of the popular and hot selling items on Alibaba. They've also got this section here for new arrivals, so you're going to be able to see new items that have just recently been added. And just generally speaking, as you scroll down, you're going to get inspiration when it comes to all of the different products that are currently available on Alibaba.com. But it is important for you guys to know that if you are thinking about selling on Amazon and building up an Amazon business, you need to make sure that you do the right product research to make sure that the item that you find is definitely selling well on Amazon and your chances of being successful and making profit is high. And the reason why I say that is because even though these items are top ranking, hot selling according to Alibaba, it doesn't necessarily mean that people on Amazon are searching for them and they're spending money on it too. And there's so many different ways that you can do Amazon product research, but one of the best ways, in my personal opinion, is by using a product research tool called Helium 10. It's beginner friendly, it's easy to use, and you're going to be able to find a winning product that's available on Alibaba in a matter of minutes. So what you got to do first and foremost is click the sign up link in my description down below, select any one of these two options over here, and once you've completed the sign up process with Helium 10 using the link in my description, it's then going to take you to a page that looks like this. So what you need to do over here is click on tools, then you need to come over to product research and click on black box. From this point, you can then come over to this section over here that says niche, and this particular feature on Helium 10 is useful for those of you that know what type of niche business you want to build. And when I say niche business, this is things like the pet business, if you want to focus on selling pet related items, maybe gadgets, maybe electronics, home and kitchen. There's so many different niches out there, but the one that I'm going to use in today's example is the baby niche. Reason being is because it's an evergreen niche that parents are always searching for on a daily basis, and there's so many different products that you're going to be able to use when it comes to building up your inventory base. So what you can do is come over here and type in baby just like that, and then click on search. And straight away, as you guys can see, Helium 10 has come back with a lot of useful information. So we can see over here that this particular niche brought in over $34 million. And we can see that the average revenue per every single seller is around $200,000. So by using a feature like this on Helium 10, you're going to be able to compare the numbers with all of the different niches that you're looking to send to your Amazon business around. But not only that, if you scroll down just like this, it's then going to show you items that you're going to be able to do product research into and see if your chances of being able to make money with them is high. Because as you can see over here, there's this item, which is a baby nail kit, that over the last 90 days, the sales has increased by 47%. And we can see that this seller was able to bring in over $22,000 in the last month. But the interesting thing is, if I just jump back onto Amazon and type in the name of the product that I want to do a little bit more research into and click on the Google Chrome Helium 10 extension tool, we're going to be able to see that this specific product in the last month was able to bring in over $1.8 million. But what's even more interesting is that we're going to be able to source the exact same products that are currently performing well on Amazon using Alibaba.com. Because as you can see, there's this one over here that if we just jump onto Alibaba and type in baby nail kit and click on search, straight away we're going to be able to find the exact same one from the supplier that we're going to be able to import to an Amazon warehouse or to our house, depending on how we want to do it, straight away. And we can also see that the product is available for us to buy for around $1.35, depending on how many units we buy. However, there's sellers on Amazon at the moment that are currently selling it for up to $10. But this now brings me on to one of the next steps and one of the next things that you need to know, which is knowing exactly how to contact the best supplier. Now, there's various different things that goes into this entire process, and I'm going to try and point out the most important things. Now, one of the initial things that you need to know is that not every single supplier in Alibaba is good. Some of them are not necessarily good in terms of their quality. Maybe they're not good in terms of their service. There's various different factors to think about. But I would say that for you to reduce the chances of you getting a bad supplier, there's a couple things that you need to look out for. So one of the first things that you need to look out for is the amount of years they've been on the platform. So as you can see with this supplier, they've been there for 9 years, and this is really good because I like to make sure that the supplier that I use has been on Alibaba for a minimum of 5 years. Because the way that it works is that the supplier will need to pay an annual fee for them to remain active. So if you're able to see high numbers like this, it's an indication for how long they've been in business. Another thing that you may want to also look out for is whether the supplier is verified or not. So as you can see, this one isn't necessarily verified from what we can see in this section over here. However, this supplier is. And what a verified supplier indicates is that a third-party audit company went to their warehouse, to their factory to make sure that they actually sell the products that they're claiming to sell. So you're going to get a certain level of added security if you do go with a verified supplier. So this is already a good sign, but for me to get a little bit more information, I'm just going to click into it. And from here, I'm going to be able to view the company's profile. And I'm also going to be able to get a lot of valuable information in terms of how many employees they've got, when were they established, what type of supplier are they? Are they a manufacturer? trading company, wholesaler, how much money are they making every single year. All of this information, again, is obviously useful. But in addition to that, I'm also going to be able to come over here and see all of the different types of products they sell. And straight away, we can see that they obviously specialize in baby products, which again is a good sign because it means that when it comes time for us to add new products, instead of you having to use multiple different suppliers, you're going to be able to use this one single supplier and grow with them. This is going to help you when it comes to reducing your postage, your shipping, and your transaction fees. And it's also going to help you when it comes to reducing the cost that you pay to your supplier because you're going to be able to order more from one supplier rather than multiple different ones. But once you have found a handful of suppliers, maybe 3 or 5 different suppliers that you want to reach out to, the way that you're going to be able to do that is by clicking on Contact Supplier over here. And then all you simply need to do is copy and paste an email into this section. And again, you're going to do this for a few different suppliers that you want to work with. Now, Alibaba has slightly changed over the years where if you copy and paste the same message to multiple different suppliers in a short amount of time, there's a chance that Alibaba could restrict your account. So it's always a good idea to make sure that you switch up the email. You don't just copy and paste it directly to multiple different suppliers because, of course, you don't want to get your account blocked. But here's an example of an email that I use when I'm looking for a brand new supplier to use. Now, I'm not going to read through the whole thing. You're going to be able to get this email if you click one of the links in my description. I'm going to give it to you for completely free. And you just need to, of course, make sure that you insert your information into these different sections. And you also want to make sure that you look at these 5 questions here and tailor it to your own requirements or your own specifications. So for example, I like to order between 30 to around 50 pieces of a product for the first few orders, because of course I want to make sure that the quality is good before I invest a lot of money into them. And not all suppliers are going to do this. So you want to make sure that whatever supplier you use, they're going to be happy to accept your minimum order quantity. I also like to ask for the total cost, including shipping to the UK, as well as asking them if they have the capabilities of shipping the products or the inventory directly to an Amazon warehouse. Because again, not every single supplier is capable of doing this. And warranty is also another question that I ask as well, because some suppliers won't accept the products back after you've bought from them. However, others may give you a credit or some sort of refund within a certain amount of time. So this, of course, is going to have an effect on which supplier you go with. And I also like to ask if they accept trade assurance, which is Alibaba.com's payment method. It works in a escrow style way where Alibaba is going to hold on to the funds. When you tell them that you're happy you've received the order, they're going to release the money to the supplier. But again, I'm not going to bore you with this entire email. I'm going to link it down below, so check the description and you can use it, tailor it, update it in whatever way that you want to. And of course, once you've updated it and you've pasted it in there just like that, you're just going to click on send inquiry. Now, some suppliers may get back to you within a day, others may get back to you within a week. And this is also going to affect your decision on which one you should pick, because you don't want to wait weeks and weeks for a reply from your supplier. So this is why you want to contact at least 3 or 4 different ones so that you're going to be able to pick the best one for you and your Amazon business. And this now brings me on to one of the final things that I think is really important for you guys to bear in mind, which is to make sure that you're doing your return on investment calculations. Now, of course, there's a lot that goes into this particular step right here, but I just want to point out a tool that can help you when it comes to you having an idea of how much money you can potentially make. So if I just jump back onto Amazon just like this, and let's assume that I was thinking about selling this item, what I'm going to do is just click into it just like that. And then I'm going to come back over to the Helium 10 Google Chrome extension tool and then come over here to the Profitability Calculator. And this tool is useful because I'm going to be able to enter the price that I believe I'm going to sell it for. And I'm also going to enter the cost in terms of what the supplier is going to quote me once they get back to me. And again, this is going to be able to give me a rough idea of exactly how much money I'm going to be able to make depending on how many units I buy. What's the return on investment going to be? What's my profit margin going to be, etc., etc. So that's another reason why Helium 10 is useful. Of course, you're going to be able to do product research, but you're also going to be able to use their profitability calculator as well as some other features. So don't forget, click the link in my description, select any one of these two options and get registered today. So if you've enjoyed this video so far, you've gotten any value out of it, don't forget to press the like button. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know when new videos have been released. And if you also want to sign up to my completely free email newsletter where every single week, I'm going to personally send you an email when it comes to helping you start your online business. You're going to be able to sign up for that by clicking the first link in the description. And if you also want to watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago where I break down some other ways that you can make money on Amazon, not necessarily selling physical products, but you're going to be able to earn money in a number of different ways from the comfort of your own home, you're going to be able to watch that video by clicking the link over there. Watch that straight after this because I've already gotten a lot of good feedback from it and I'm sure that it's going to help you out too. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.